Did you go inside of her apartment?
I walked in the front door into the little tiled area, like entranceway thing.
What, if anything, did you observe when you made it to that point?
Looking into the living room, I could see like the end of his feet and maybe a little bit of some legs that were kind of coming out around the backside of the kitchen area.
Did you continue to go into the apartment?
No.
Where did you go?
Sarah told me she was going to call 911 and go outside and have a cigarette and a drink and asked me to come out there with her. And I told her that I didn't really feel comfortable being inside. And I went out front and got in my car and waited for people to show up.
Did you witness the defendant call 911?
I think I was in there when she dialed it and first got somebody on the phone, but I wasn't there for the whole conversation. No, I was outside.
Did you stay there at the scene while police arrived?
Yes, I was there. I was part of it. I knew I'd have to talk to somebody, so.
Did you talk with law enforcement?
I did.
Your Honor, I have no further questions at this time.
Thank you. Any cross-examination?
We want to reserve our questions for when we call him in our case.
Okay. All right, sir. You're subject.
So, the prosecution got some of their points across by talking to the ex-husband of Sarah Boone, and like the point that she frequently misses picking up their son when it's her turn because she's too drunk. I mean, right there, it's showing, obviously, she, as we already have established, that she's got an alcohol problem, that she's not reliable. So they drew this out of him without any real heavy-duty questions. And I was surprised, frankly, that the defense didn't object when he said she was very drunk. I thought they would object when he said that. They didn't. They let that go through without even an objection.
Yeah, I think that, the way he said it, she sounded drunk, that he knows his wife. They know he knows his wife, and they've been married for years and they've been going out for years. And even though it's his opinion, it's his opinion based on his familiarity with her. He's not testifying as a blood alcohol technician, in a highway unit, doing 0.08 or whatever. He's just talking as a normal individual guy. Yeah, I know my wife. I know what she sounds like when she's drunk. I've known her for years, So I think the process, if I was the attorney, a defense attorney, I might have objected. But, there's really, it just came in and it just went right by him. And he's going to question him more closely later because he's going to do his cross-examination later. But he's going to put it off until maybe a more strategic time. But right now he said, no, we'll do it again in the future. So he's subject to recall. I think he sounded very candid. I think he really just realized that, this is his wife. This is what it was like. This is why we're divorced. She's really not a dependable person in any sense of the word. She's called me up numerous times when she's been drunk. And this is just another one of those times. And that could cut both ways. It could show that she's just total out and out lunatic, but that really doesn't help at all. It may lower the idea of, like, say, some sort of, intent to kill. But on the other hand, it shows that at the very least, she is a mess. And at the very least, it is absolutely, at the very least, in her favor, it would be manslaughter. But I think he did a good job. I don't think he helped her at all. I think the prosecution was very quick and got some facts across. And the idea that she had to be told 3 times that to call 911 and she didn't do it makes her seem like the most irresponsible person that you can even think about having. And so it doesn't really help her whatsoever. It just makes her look that much more foolish, incapable of handling a situation, and maybe just maybe, that she didn't want to call because maybe she was actually still feeling the effects of alcohol and maybe was still a little bit intoxicated at the time, which makes her look really bad.
Absolutely. Northwest, Jorge's blood alcohol content at autopsy was only 0.138. That's not only, that's pretty damn high.
Yeah, that's
But also realized
GWI.
that he stopped drinking 12 hours before that. So I would think that the alcohol dissipates within your system or breaks down, even though you're dead in your system. So a 0.138 is still pretty damn high. I mean, the 0.08 is, is enough for
GWI,
driving
yeah.
while intoxicated, driving while impaired. So Northwest, thank you for that. I didn't know that. I didn't know that came back, and that's a thing. But I would remind you that he was probably dead for 12 hours. So that's again, the alcohol, I would assume, dissipated in his system and would look, when someone is getting tested for, if they're doing the test like at an alcohol testing center, although now it seems they do it right on the scene, but they won't let you drink water and they won't let you go to the bathroom until you take that test. So that affects your blood alcohol level.